What if I told you that one small legal misstep could shut down your business, wipe out your income, or even get you fined thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars? Now, I know that might sound like fear mongering, but here's the truth. Every single day, creators like you face serious legal consequences simply because they didn't know the rules. It's not just the big corporations or the influencers with millions of followers. Even small creators and side hustlers are subject to the laws and regulations that govern content and sponsorships and copyright and business operations. And the worst part, most people don't even realize they're breaking the rules until it's too late. That's why today, in step 5 of our Creator Success Framework, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know to stay legally compliant so your business doesn't just survive, but thrives. By the end of this episode, you will have a clear roadmap for protecting yourself, your business, and your content without feeling overwhelmed or confused. So let's get. Hey there, and welcome back. I'm Gordon Firemark, the podcast lawyer. I help creators, podcasters, and digital entrepreneurs build legally sound businesses that set them up for long-term success. My mission is to help you get your message out so you can achieve the impact, influence, and income you so richly deserve. So today, we're wrapping up my 5-step Creator Success Framework, and what might be the most important step of all, making sure you comply with applicable laws and regulations. Now, if you've been following this series, you already know that we've covered step 1, treating your podcast as a business. Step 2, building your podcast team. Step 3, securing your intellectual property. And step 4, making good contracts that protect your interests. And now we're diving into step 5, the compliance and regulatory issues that can make or break your success. Because the truth is, legal trouble can stop your momentum faster than anything else. But here's the good news. Staying compliant isn't really that hard, certainly not as hard as you might think. And to help you take this even further, I'm going to be hosting a live workshop where we'll go even deeper into these legal issues, and I'll answer your questions in real time. This month, that's happening on Monday, February 24th at 9 o'clock in the morning on Pacific time. And I will give you the link where you can sign up for it at the end of this episode, so stick around. And if you want to make sure your business is legally protected and built for long-term growth, you don't want to miss it. All right, so let's get into today's topic. We'll start with this question. Do you think small creators have to worry about this legal compliance, or is that really just for the big businesses and major influencers? Well, if you're thinking, hey, I'm just a small creator, I don't need to worry about all that legal stuff, I hate to break it to you, but it's not true. Whether you're making money yet or not, if you are creating content and growing an audience, there are laws that will apply to you. For example, did you know that using unlicensed music in your videos, even just a few seconds, could get you sued for tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars? Did you know that running a podcast or a YouTube channel with affiliate links and sponsorships or paid promotions, that comes under the guise of under the rules of the FTC regulations, Federal Trade Commission? Did you know that if you collect email addresses or track website visitors, then you need to have a privacy policy, and you might even need to comply with certain international regulations? Now, these aren't hypothetical situations. Every single one of these has resulted in fines, lawsuits, and even content creators being totally shut down. So yes, this does apply to you. And if you want to build a business that lasts, you can't afford to ignore this stuff. So let's break down the 5 major compliance areas every creator needs to understand. We'll start with the basics, your business structure. You know, this is an area that we really do have to think about. Whether you're earning money as a creator or not, putting out content, asking folks to listen, you are running a business. That's it. And that means you have to think about how your business is structured. Are you operating as a sole proprietor, partnership? Should you register an LLC or an S corporation to protect your personal assets? Your tax obligations? Are you setting aside money for self-employment taxes? And if you sell digital products, are you paying the right sales taxes? Now, there are new legal requirements like BOI reports. Have you heard about this? The federal government has a requirement in place. It's suspended right now, but it requires many business owners to file a statement reporting who the beneficial owners of the company are. And failing to do so could result in severe penalties. So even if you're just getting started, it's really crucial to have your financial and tax situation set up correctly. Number two, copyright, trademark, and fair use. Let's talk about these intellectual property laws, which are a huge issue for content creators. Now, you may have heard people say things like, I can use this music because I gave credit, or I only used a few seconds, so that's fair use. Or, well, if I put no copyright infringement intended on it, I'm safe. And all of those statements are false. Copyright law is very strict, and platforms like YouTube have automated systems to detect the violations. If you don't have permission to use something, don't use it. Similarly, trademarks, another huge issue. If you're starting a podcast, a YouTube channel, or any kind of online business, have you checked to make sure that the name you've chosen isn't already trademarked? Because if you don't, and someone else owns that trademark, you could be forced to completely rebrand after you've already built an audience. Or sponsorships, next up. Sponsorships, affiliates, advertising disclosures. If you do any kind of brand partnerships or sponsorships or affiliate marketing, you have to follow the FTC guidelines. That means clearly disclosing when content is sponsored. A simple thanks to our sponsor is not enough. The rule is that it has to be a clear, conspicuous disclosure of the nature of the financial relationship. So that goes for all affiliate links, endorsements, and other kinds of messages. Whenever you're earning from a product recommendation or talking about the product, you need to be clear. Avoid misleading claims too. If you exaggerate results or promote a product in any kind of way that could be construed as dishonest, you could be found legally responsible. Even big influencers who have done this, professionally for a while, they've been fined by the FTC for failing to follow these rules, and the agency has been looking more and more closely at the creator economy. So it is critical that we all play by the book now. Now, look, I know this is a lot to take in, but here is the key takeaway for you. A little bit of legal knowledge now can save you a ton of trouble later. And if you're serious about protecting your business, I want to invite you to join my next live workshop. It's called Business and Legal Fundamentals for Podcast Growth and Profit, and you can register at podcastlaw.net. We do this about once a month, and in this workshop, you'll go even deeper into these legal issues. I'll be answering your questions live. And so, before you go over there, make sure you watch this next video, but register now because I want you not to miss that next workshop. And the next video is Level Up Your Podcast Success, Essential Frameworks, I think it's right here, for creative professionals. So click on it now, and I will see you in there. And until next time, this is Gordon Firemark, the podcast lawyer for Legit Podcast Pro. See you next week.